You've done it again, haven't you? Let someone walk all over you, only to come back to them with open arms when they apologize. The problem is, no matter how many times they hurt you, you still forgive them. And deep down, you wonder why you keep doing it, why you can't just walk away, why your mind seems to justify it every single time. But here's the painful truth. You're not forgiving because you're weak. You're not forgiving because you're too nice. You're forgiving because somewhere inside you, something has been conditioned to accept this behavior. And it's not even because you want to be hurt. It's because pain became familiar. You've learned to associate love with this kind of treatment. It's uncomfortable, but it's safe. It feels normal. And that's where the real danger lies. At first, it might seem like you're just being kind, giving them a second chance. But the real reason is deeper. It's a trap your brain has set up for you without you even realizing. The part no one notices is how forgiving becomes a cycle. One where you don't even question whether they deserve it. You just feel the urge to do it, time and time again. Imagine this. You're sitting in front of your phone, reading that same apology text for the third time this month. You know the words by heart, but something inside of you justifies their actions again. They say they're sorry, and suddenly it feels like all is forgiven. But this is where the pattern starts. The truth is, it's not them you're forgiving. It's the relief, the emotional release of feeling validated again. The same emotional validation you've always craved. Now, let's pause for a second. Have you ever noticed how the hardest people to forgive are often the ones closest to you? A friend, a partner, a family member? It's almost as if the more someone is tied to your identity, the more your mind bends to accommodate their behavior. You forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you need it. You crave the feeling of being needed, of being loved, even if that love doesn't come with respect. But here's the kicker. Every time you let it slide, you teach your brain that this kind of treatment is okay. You might think, it's not that bad. They didn't mean it. And in the short term, that seems harmless. But over time, this repeated forgiveness becomes emotional conditioning. It gets harder to set boundaries because you've trained yourself to believe that love equals sacrifice. Let me paint a picture for you. Think about a time when you forgave someone who hurt you. Did it feel like an act of kindness? Or did it feel like you were desperately holding on to something, afraid of losing it? Maybe they didn't apologize in the way you needed, but you overlooked it because the alternative, being alone, being abandoned, was far scarier. This is the psychological game being played. You're caught in a cycle of emotional dependency. And when someone has the power to make you feel needed, even at your expense, it's easy to forgive them. Because your fear of being unloved becomes bigger than the hurt they cause. Now, here's the hard truth. The damage isn't just external, it's internal. With every forgiveness, you're training your mind to believe that this is what love looks like. That being walked over is just part of the deal. And eventually you start to lose yourself in the process. You stop recognizing your worth because, over time, your worth becomes tied to how much you're willing to endure. But you can break this cycle. The first step is realizing that forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you. And here's the thing, once you break free from this cycle, the world changes. The next time someone hurts you, your mind won't immediately default to, I forgive you. It'll stop and ask, do you deserve this forgiveness? And that's when you start healing. That being walked over starts to feel normal, like it's just part of how life is supposed to work. And slowly, without even noticing, you begin to lose pieces of yourself in the process. The way you think about your own worth starts to change. and it becomes tied to how much pain you can tolerate, how much disrespect you can accept, how much you can endure without walking away. But this cycle is not permanent. It can be broken. And the first step is understanding something powerful. Forgiveness is not about them. It's about you. It's about whether you are choosing peace or repeating pain. And once you start to break free from this pattern, everything begins to shift. The same situations won't control you the same way anymore. The next time someone hurts you, your mind won't automatically rush to forgive them. Instead, it will pause. It will question. It will ask, do they truly deserve access to my peace again? And in that moment, real healing begins. If this hits you, don't forget to subscribe for more psychology truths like this.